Hi, my name is Vicki Fairchild. I'm here again with my sister Selma, and we are going to talk today about communication between parents and special educators because it is so important.
Yes, it is.
It's huge.
Yeah, we all know that.
And sometimes we do it well, and sometimes we do it not so well. And it can be the fault of the parent. It can be the fault of the special educator.
Right.
I know I have a ton of stories, but I'm just curious as to your thoughts, your immediate thoughts about communication.
Well, like Vicki said, it is vital because a lot of times, like for Joshua, he could not communicate back to me what was going on at school.
Yeah.
So it was a process for me learning too on how to communicate and how to voice what I was hoping or voice what I needed. The IEP obviously helps with that. But these were the days before text messages and cell phones, so communicating wasn't quite as easy.
Right.
But I do remember one situation where, so we weren't communicating every day, but I still knew the basic goals. But so I just remember a time at home, and Joshua suddenly was wanting to pour the milk, which was not a good thing, really.
Okay.
Because he didn't know how to stop.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So all of a sudden he's wanting to pour everybody's milk in the cereal, and so we're having these huge milk messes. And he was getting upset because I'm stopping him.
Oh.
So I'm saying, no, Joshua, don't pour the milk. So finally I talked to the teacher because I'm like, wait a minute. And so I talked to the teacher and she's like, oh, we're so excited. We're teaching Joshua how to pour milk. And I'm like, light bulb. No wonder he's getting upset when I'm saying, no, Joshua, don't pour the milk. And at school, they're going, here, pour the milk.
Yeah, right.
And so we had to have a little plan because he should learn how to pour it, but he really did have difficulty stopping. So we kind of came to a better conclusion, so I would not have as full of milk in the fridge if he was going to practice.
Okay, you
So
kept
it was about
a half bottle.
Well, probably not even half.
Okay.
Yeah, because he still wanted to help. He was excited, but it was about that time we realized we needed to communicate every day.
Okay.
So the teacher got a notebook, whatever they use now, text messages, but the notebook, it could be as simple as today we worked on pouring milk, and then I could go, okay, I don't want to stop him.
Right.
When they're teaching him one thing. And then I could also communicate back that he did well with it, or at home we did this, so that they could also learn what he was working on at home.
So just maintaining that open sense of communication.
Yeah.
Were there times where you felt it was difficult to communicate? Like say around an issue. Let's say you had an issue with Joshua. Were there other times where you just wish the communication went a little better?
No, I felt like all the teachers, if I had something that concerned me, they listened. And that's huge.
That's huge.
Because
you're very lucky.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. Because I definitely had a great admiration for them, their education, their experience. I was still learning.
Right.
And they were still learning in a different way, but they did have knowledge that I did not have.
Because I think one of the things that can be difficult for parents and teachers as they're working together is kind of finding that sweet spot of communication.
Yeah.
Where parents are asking questions and they really just want to know.
Right.
And they're not accusatory. They're just
right.
They're in this big, huge experience themselves and trying to figure it out and not knowing why their kid is suddenly wanting to pour all the milk out onto the counter.
Yes. Yeah. And you just have to realize, and I believe that I did have extraordinary teachers.
Yeah.
And they worked so hard with him.
Right.
And they taught him things that I didn't think he could learn to pour milk and stop, but he did. We still didn't have him do it a lot, but it wasn't always successful.
Well, thank you, because I do think that example is important as to some of the times we miss in communication. Just letting the family know what we're working on.
Yeah.
so that we can do a coordinated effort.
Right.
And maybe also get that feedback at how that is actually working in
Right.
the home. Because sometimes we can start things that maybe don't transfer that well to a home or family situation.
Yeah, and cleaning up milk isn't fun.
All right. Thank you so much.